So here we go, here's your lovely new motorhome. My name's Owen, as I've already said. I'll be doing your demonstration today. We'll start on the exterior of the van, so we'll walk around the outside, I'll tell you about all the external features. We'll jump inside, we'll talk about all the features internally. You've also registered for Swift Command as well. Hey, look. Swift Command is the one where you downloaded the app for either your telephone or a tablet, and what it means is you can control the motorhome via your tablet or your mobile phone rather than using the control panels.
We haven't had any information on that. Oh, we had an email come through and it says log in with your password. Yeah. We haven't been given a password to log in. I'll
sort that out afterwards for you then, so don't worry, we'll get that out. So, the first thing I'll make a start with is underneath the bonnet. Now, your bonnet patch is on the inside of the passenger door. So it's just on the inside and it's just up there for you. So pull down and there's your bonnet. So, don't worry, I'm not a mechanic, so I'm not going to baffle you with everything underneath here. The main ones is your screen wash one is hidden up the side here, so it does take a little bit of finding your first time. Other than that, it's just your standard fluids, the same as your car. The main one is your dipstick, it's just the red one that's just down the front there for you. Okay. Now, batteries, the same as all modern cars, the battery's hidden away. So, for the terminals, your positive one is just underneath this little catch there. So, all you need to do is lift your little catch, which I've just clicked it back down. Got a hole, I'll have to get a screwdriver out. You do just need to pop a screwdriver just in the front and you can just prise it open. So, that's your positive terminal underneath there. For your negative, it's just that screw bit at the front there. So, if you do ever flatten your vehicle battery down, you can attach a trickle charger to it, or you can bump start it. We don't...
so that's negative?
Yeah, that's your negative, and then your positive one's just underneath that plastic thing. But I've just clicked it back down. All you need to do is put a screwdriver in there and you can just prise it open as such.
So that's a lead to the battery?
Yeah, so this is connected to your battery. It is more advisable if you do keep it at home. If you do notice the battery's going, is to plug in a trickle charger to it.
We've got a stand over here, a pitch.
It's seasonal.
We've got
in storage?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's fine. Well, I mean, obviously, as long as you isolate it, you won't get too much drain off it, but if you have accidentally left it on, you will find the same as your car.
Have they not got charger points there?
Not for, there's no electric in the thing. Obviously, if you go up on the lovely Love to Stay, you've got all the power in the world up there, but you haven't got a power source in the bay as such.
So, winter time you disconnect it?
Yeah, isolate it. Well, isolate it and I'll show you where you do that on the inside. Okay, so sadly that's as technical as I get underneath there.
That's as much as we want to know.
Yeah, fantastic. You made my day then. So, we'll move around the side now. I'll look at that afterwards. I don't want to... So, if you want to come around this side, I'll show you. For your isolator is on your keys. So, on the vehicle here, there's your two vehicle keys, main key, spare key. And all it is in, press the button and turn it back when it comes out. That's your battery isolated now. And then in, one click forward, that's your isolator off. Okay, so where normally you'll start it up that way, instead come back to where you take your key out, but then if you pull down the little red button, you can turn it back again.
I'm sorry, can you get this? I can't, I'm not
so what this is for, this is for your vehicle battery at the front there. So the same as your car, you know, you come to the car, you put your keys in, you start your car up.
Yeah.
But obviously because these are left for long periods of time, what it is so turn it off.
Yeah.
As if you turn your car off, but then hold the little red button down there on the bottom. You can turn it back again, and it isolates the 12 volt through the front.
Okay.
So this isolates your car. What it does, it gives you enough time so you can lock your doors, and off you go and leave it. And what it does is isolate anything from here. So it means your battery is switched off as such. So
is that for long periods of time?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So next time you come to it, all you need to do to turn your isolator off, you will have to use the key to unlock the door.
What about your alarms and things?
That's a good question. We may have to ask one of the engineers on that, because no one's actually ever asked me that, because I know it isolates everything at the front, so it isolates all your locks and everything as well, so you have to put the key in to unlock it. Your central locking doesn't work just so.
So one would assume then that if you've got alarms and everything on it,
they've probably got their own battery source, I'd say.
Or if this is in storage, you're not really gonna do that on a campsite, isolate the battery, are you?
No.
But you are going to do it in storage.
Yeah, it's for if you're leaving it for any period of time, because you know what it's like. Sometimes you can leave your car for a week and it won't start afterwards.
Right. Okay.
Do you know what I mean? So this just gives you the facility.
That's fine.
But as I say, all you do to turn it off is just put your key in and one turn back.
Great.
Okay, and that switches that isolation off for you.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll take the keys with me just in case I need them. Other than that, that's the end of the engine side of it. Now we're on to sort of the bodywork for you, or the living quarters. Under this one, there is your lovely toilet cassette.
That's a toilet cassette.
Okay, so this is obviously for your toilet. Have you folks had a caravan or a motorhome before?
Caravan.
Caravan.
Not
That's
for a long time.
So it may be slightly different shape, but it's still the exact same principle. So your blue liquid inside here, or if you're staying up on our Love to Stay, if you get some of the green liquid as well, rather than the blue, well, it's the same in your cassette, but it's biodegradable.
Yeah.
So what it means with the green liquid, you can literally pull it out, take a few steps, lift up the grid and empty it where you are on your pitch. And most modern sites are like that now. So it is an idea to carry some blue and some green liquid with you.
Okay.
Okay. Other than that, are you happy with the use of your cassette?
Yes.
I haven't got a clue how to work it.
All right.
Go on, I'll give you a quick 101. So, to charge it, all you simply do, unscrew your lid. Now there is a slight measuring guide on there, but it's not far off. A cap full of blue liquid, a cap full of water inside here. And all you simply do is just screw it back up, turn it round and slot it in. Now what it does when you slot it in, that's located it then underneath your toilet inside. So now all you need to do to operate that is literally open up the gate on your toilet internally. So that's all you have to do outside. Obviously once it's full and it comes to the lovely emptying time, all you do is just slide it back out, take it to wherever you're going to drain it, just unscrew it, obviously put the lid somewhere safe, simply tip it up and hold down the button on the back there. All the button is an air release. So everything empties out, swill it out, obviously recharge it back up with the blue or the green liquid, simply screw it back on and then just pop it back in.
So it is only a small amount of the liquid that you put in?
Yeah, all the liquids are all slightly different, but there's always a guide on there, but it's not an exact science. All it does is it neutralises all the odour and stops anything from smelling as such.
Breaks it down as well when it's...
Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Yes.
Now you may find on your caravan you had a flush tank up above it. How this unit works is it flushes off your main water tank.
Oh, right.
So there's no pink liquid as such, so you only ever need the blue or the green liquid.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's the indicator there, is it? What's the red?
The red's just letting you know which key it is, because on your keys, on your set of keys,
oh, right.
you've got the two keys, you see. So that's your one set, that's your spare set. So these, if you're ever the red tags, it lets you know it's these round keys.
Okay.
Okay. Happy with that?
Yes.
Lovely. So we'll mosey on down. So the next thing we come across is your 240 is your mains electrical hookup. Okay, so it's nice and easy. He says you have to just lift the lid and then pull her out. So all I've done when I put my finger in is just lift the lid a little bit more so you can get it out.
Because that locks, doesn't it?
Yeah. So again, when you put it in, you just have to lift the lid and then push it until she clicks. Okay, and that's in. And then same again, just lift the lid gently and then you can pull your power cable back out. Okay, this is my power cable, but you've got a brand new cable inside for yourselves.
Okay, that's fine, yes.
So, next one down, inside the main locker here. So, underneath in the black tray here is your leisure battery. So, what I've shown you at the front, obviously was for the vehicle battery, but inside here is your 12 volt supply for your living quarters as such. Now there is room inside here if you did want to add an additional battery. The main reason that people do that, if you go wild camping as they call it, where you're in the middle of nowhere, you've got no electrical hookup or anything, obviously you're relying on your 12 volt supply. Obviously if you've got two batteries in here, your 12 volt supply will last longer. So that's all down to yourselves and where you're looking at staying as such. Where obviously if you're on a campsite with mains electric, you don't need to worry about the 12 volt because you're running off mains. But it's only if you're going to go in the middle of nowhere or you just want to park on a beach absolutely nowhere near anything. Okay.
Okay.
That makes sense?
And that just runs your lights, does it?
So yeah, this runs a lot of the systems in the back. So it gives like additional power, say to your heating, it's lights and things like that. So mostly things will operate on a gas as well as electric, but obviously for the gas it still needs a small electrical supply, so that's what your 12 volt system gives it. Okay.
And how long would that last?
It's one of them.
I know it depends what you use, but
yeah, it's all on. Well, they say it's a 110 amp battery, so that's 110 hours if you're pulling off 1 amp.
right.
But imagine if you're pulling off 10 amps,
Yeah.
you'll soon sort of flatten it down as such. So it's one of them. But the main thing is when you're plugged into the mains now, that's running a battery charge and recharging back up this battery.
Okay. So really, if you're on a seal or something, you really want it lights only, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, you wouldn't run the electric.
No.
Well, nothing else will work on electric. You'd have to run it on gas as such.
Yeah. Your cooker and
Can
that.
you, does the fridge run off, and can you run it when you're going along?
Yeah, the fridge will run on gas, mains electric, or the vehicle battery when it's driving down the road.
Oh, right.
But I'll show you that inside. It's so easy to change over.
And can you use that as a storage area as well?
You can do, but you just want to watch it, because in the back corner here, that's your Aldi heating system. So that's what's doing your central heating as well as your 10 litre hot water boiler. So it's all in this unit in the top corner here. There's nothing for you guys to switch on and off, but remember, anything electrical or things like that does need a little bit of room to breathe, so you don't want to be cramming it full
What's
of
that
stuff.
spring on there for?
Where are
Above
you
your
looking?
head? On
That's a bed.
Here,
oh, is it
these are the vents for your blowers.
this? There's a spring up there. Look.
That's a seat, isn't it?
Is it a seat?
Yeah, that's for the bench that lifts up underneath.
In the van? Oh, right.
Yeah, so you can lift that up. The other main thing I want to show you is your lovely yellow drainage tap here. You see where my finger is?
Got
Yes.
it.
So, to drain your van down for winter time,
Yeah.
this is for your hot water boiler and your water system inside, all you do is lift that yellow one so it sits straight up in the air like that, and then leave your taps open. And what it'll do is drain all the contents of your boiler and all this water out your taps, and everything will simply just drain out underneath the van here for you. Okay, when you come back to use it again, all you need to do is drop it flat as it is there. Obviously make sure there's water in your tank, and then just simply pull the water back through your system again, and that's how you sort of recharge it.
And when you say make sure there's water in the tank, is that just the main water tank?
Yeah, so your onboard water tank.
You haven't got
as
two
such.
tanks, one for heating and one for...
No, there is a 10 litre hot water tank on here, but that's just for your hot water, where there's sort of like a storage tank as such, where your fresh water supply is inside
Can
the
you
vehicle.
get water out and that could freeze?
If you left water in there in the winter, yes, you will cause some severe damage if you don't drain the van down. So,
And it's with that yellow...
winter time, and what I tend to do is drain mine down after every trip away. So these are the same in all caravans. So say if you've been away and you're not going out again for 2 months, when you come back to it in 2 months, would you really want to be using that water?
No.
So what I tend to do is when I'm packing down is just come and lift that up and just let it drain off. And the next time I go away, all I need to do is drop it back down and refill it up again.
Where does it drain?
Literally, directly underneath where that is.
It just comes
So there's a
out?
little hole underneath and it
It
literally
just
just comes out onto the floor. As simple as that.
How much does it hold?
10 litres. So it's 10 litres for your hot water boiler, and then if you imagine probably with the pipe work around it, it's probably another 1 or 2 litres.
Okay, I'm getting a little bit confused here.
Yeah,
If you're draining the water out from the heating system,
yeah.
how do you put the water back in?
So to put it back in, all you do is close that valve down again.
Yes.
Make sure there's water in your onboard water tank, so your fresh water supply.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
you switch on your water pump. Now switching on your water pump and opening your tap will draw the water out your onboard tank, which is situated somewhere underneath here. It draws it up out the tank and comes directly to your taps. But for the hot, it comes first through to the boiler, fills the boiler up with water. Once that's full of water, pushes all the air out of the pipes. Once you've got running water to your taps on both sides, hot and cold, that's the system primed up and ready to go for you. Okay, this will make more sense. It'll make more sense once I talk you around everything else. The most confusing thing with this, we've come across this before we've come across anything else, if you get what I mean. So
Okay.
bear with me.
So there is only one way to fill it up.
Yeah.
With water.
Yeah, I'll show you that on the other side. It'll make more sense.
And it will do that automatically. You fill the hot tank
You
up
need
first.
it's the operation of you running water through your tap is filling up the system for you.
And so it'd run through cold, then you'd switch your boiler on.
Yeah.
It's not your boiler that moves it. It's
No, yeah, exactly, yeah. So once it will be cold to
there's a
start
pump.
with.
Yeah.
Yeah, but once it's primed and full of water, you can then switch everything on as such.
So when you've got water running through the tap, you switch your boiler on.
yeah, you're all
You don't
filled
switch it
up,
on
ready to go.
beforehand.
Yes.
That's it'll blow up.
Okay?
Okay.
Honestly, it'll make more sense when we finish off. So, here is the vent, that's the vent for your Aldi system. So, this is for your central heating and your hot water boiler. There's no covers or anything to remove, it just sits there and does its job. Only thing to watch is not to lean anything up against this bit of the
cover
van.
it up.
Yeah, because obviously a lot of heat's expelled when it's on.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so round the back, got even more features. So, starting at the very top, there's your lovely reversing cameras.
Oh, right.
So you get two angles on your camera. The one that looks further out is for when you're driving down the road, so it acts sort of like a rear view mirror. The one that's pointing more diagonally down is your reversing camera. So it stops you from reversing into anything and crunching this beautiful van. Okay, next one down, obviously your lovely bike rack fitted on ready for you to go, and then obviously the tow bar as well is on there for you as well. I don't think we've missed anything on the back end there. I think we could add anything else on. Certainly got all the bells and
how the
whistles.
bike fits on? Do you just run it past us how it fits on?
Yeah. So all it does, if you look, it's just clipped on both sides there. So it's just a matter of tug and down she goes. Okay. Once it's sat down, obviously all you do is release your catches, put your bike in, and then obviously fix your tyres down.
Do you need any other straps to hold it? Or will
Well, you've got them two, and then these ones here. So obviously this strap is for your closest one from here, and obviously the furthest one does your furthest bike away as well.
Okay.
And the same here, if you notice you've got clips here, so you wrap it that round there to tie that on. So this won't bounce as such, because obviously at the minute it'll bounce.
Okay.
Okay.
But they're not locks, are they? So you probably need a lock as well.
Yeah, no, because obviously once you're on there, so anyone can just walk up and just release
so
it.
it's secure but not locked.
Yeah.
Now, is it legal to have them covered with one of those checkered things? Is that an option? I've seen some with it.
Law-wise,
You know, it's like a...
it's a good question when you're going down the road. The main thing is with anything that you're putting on the exterior of a van, it needs to be secured. So if you lose it when you're going down the road, the police will pull you over and they'll do you for an unsafe load. So if you have got a cover on over the back, you just need to make sure that it is well and truly secured on there, so it's not going to blow off when you're driving down the road. Okay. And then obviously all you do just to put it back up, obviously you will undo them, and then all you do is just simply push it, touch your clips.
Okay.
Okay. Right, mosey on round this side. Now we get to your gas locker first. So this is the gas for your supply. Now, this is the pigtail that comes with it. All it is I've got my mains gas pipe on here for demonstration purposes.
Yeah.
So by the end of the demonstration, this will be your gas pipe on. So all you need to do is just attach it to your gas bottle and you're ready to go. Now there's two safety features on this. One is the button here. The other one, you've got a crash sensor button here. Okay? So, the reason for this crash sensor one, say if you've left your gas on and you're driving down the road and you get into an accident, that will pop out to stop the gas supply on, so it's safe as such. The same as this one here, because what you have to do is turn your bottle on and then press this button to release the gas down the pipe. So when you're switching your gas on, obviously turn your bottle on, press this button, and then you may want to be into a habit, if you've gone down the road, is just holding that green one in just for a few seconds. Okay, because what you can find is that crash sensor will go off if you've hit a pothole or anything as silly as that. They are quite sensitive as such. But which is a good thing, because if I've left my gas on, I'd rather my gas was shut off, and it literally takes 2 seconds of just holding the green button down. It's as easy as that.
We did order a gas bottle and it should have been put in.
Yeah, that's fine. You will always run it off my gas in here, but by the end of the demonstration, I'll have this and your bottle fitted in, ready to go for you.
Okay.
Okay. So
that can fit two gas bottles.
Yeah, you can carry the 2 gas bottles. Again, it's one of those things of how much wild camping you're going to do and how much you're going to use the gas. Because really, majority of caravanners and motorhomers will only cook with the gas anyway, and they'll have it switched off the rest of the time. Whereas obviously, if you are doing wild camping more, you will use a bit more gas because you'd run things like your fridge and your heating system and everything totally on gas rather than using the electric. Okay. So, water inlet. So this is for your water tank. So this is your onboard water, fresh water supply, and all it's as easy as, there she is. So all you need to do when you get to the site, like for example up on our Love to Stay, we've got a special pitch that you just pull up on. You've got waste and water there. So all you literally do is stick a hose pipe in, leave the tap running. Off you go.
When you say stick a hose pipe in, we've got to carry the hose pipe.
Yes, yes. You
Okay.
will. Well,
what ends would we have then to
Just
link up to?
you will just need the connection which just connects it to a tap, and then the other end nothing. So for example, I've got a hose pipe in the back there. All I did to fill this up was simply just stick the hose pipe in and switch the tap on.
And it's got to be a food grade hose pipe? Or?
Yeah, yeah. You don't want to be using something you've been drawing diesel through or anything, so it doesn't.
No, I meant not a normal garden hose.
Yeah, you can just use a normal garden hose as such. It's fine because it's your water, and even with caravanners or motorhomers, I certainly don't drink the water that comes through my Aperol that comes into my van. I'll drink bottled water inside the van. I don't mind cooking with it, but obviously you've still got to remember you're relying on what water source they've got wherever you are as such.
Okay.
And obviously you know what it's like if you're on the continent or something. Do you really want to be drinking French water?
Yes, I understand. Yeah.
So when it comes to fill this up, now you have got an electronic gauge inside, which lets you know how full the tank is. But literally, you can just leave it filling. When it overflows, it'll either overflow out of here or the overflow on the tank, and it will come underneath the van. You cannot flood the internals of the van.
So even if there's a leak on the tank or anything happens, it will
all leak underneath. Okay, so it'll either overflow here or the overflow on the tank comes out the top of the tank and comes directly out underneath the van. So you can't flood your van. Okay, and then all you need to do, you can literally either have one of you in the van watching the gauge, or literally just fill it up until water comes out the front there.
Okay.
Okay, does that make sense?
Yep.
And it's between a 60 and 80 litre tank. As daft as it is, they change the tanks in all the different shapes, makes and models. So I'll give you a range, and then I won't be far off. It'll be somewhere in that range for the amount of water you can take.
There's a level in there, so when you shouldn't have a full tank when you're on the move.
No, you can. So
or a
say
little bit, just
if you're going wild camping and you don't know if you're going to have a water supply, you're more than welcome to fill it up and travel with it full. The only thing is, as you say, it's extra weight that you're carrying.
You don't want to be doing that if you can help it.
No, but some people will keep some water in there. So imagine if you want to stop and make a cup of tea, or if you want to use your toilet, because don't forget this is where it flushes for your toilet out of this tank here. So what's next door is for an electric pump. So again, what this would be for is for people where there isn't a hose pipe or anything, but what they could carry is an Aperol, so a big water container they may fill up elsewhere, and then when they get to where they're going, they can put the water container down, you can attach an electric pump to that, and then you can pump the water out the Aperol into here.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay, so all that is an external power source for an external electric pump. But I mean, 90% of modern sites now, you just have a hose pipe, you can fill it up that way.
Okay. Plus, you've got to keep it in there, haven't you?
Yeah. That's the other thing. And when you've got the tank,
storage to put it in.
there isn't anything to.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So we'll move on down. Next things we come across is the vents for your fridge. Now I've currently got your fridge running on gas, so you'll notice a lot more heat comes out of this one end. All it is because that's where the gas burners are. Other than that, even if you've got it running on electric, a lot of heat's dispensed out the back of these vents. It's no different than our fridges at home. All it is you don't walk around the back of your fridge at home, so you don't realise how much hot air it is circulating out the back. Okay.
Yeah.
So last
are they both for the fridge or?
Yeah, both fridge vents. Yeah. All it is.
Do they discolour over a period of time?
Not if you look after them and keep them clean.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you just left them and never cleaned them, yeah, they would eventually. But no, they do take a good old.
The heat doesn't.
No, again, it's one of them. If you used it every day for 12 months, yeah, they probably would start. But it all depends on how much use you're going to give to the van.
So there's not an electric step or anything, is there?
No, there's no step because it's low. It's a low down entrance as such, so they don't provide you with a step. There is a step inside, a plastic step that does come with it, so if you do need that extra hoik up, you can have it. But before we go in, just going to show you your lovely awning here. So this is your handle that comes with it. You can shorten it or lengthen it just by pulling it out and then just tighten it back up. Okay. Now, all you do is if you look, lovely T-shape there, T-shape up here, into the gap, and then turn. So here's your beautiful awning. Now obviously you can wind it out as far or as short a distance as you want. I won't go much further because I'll get shouted up taking someone else's van out next door. Now if you look on the inside here, there's your feet.
Oh yeah.
So all you do is undo it and then you can slide the foot in and then slide them out. Oh. Oh. Do we feel like you're having one of them days? There we go. And then just down to the floor, obviously straighten your foot out, down to the floor, and then tighten it off. Okay? And that's the same on either end. Now these are really good, but the more... It's not your van, that's the compressor. So these are more for use when you're with the van. So when you're with it, have it out. But if you're going out for the day, definitely roll it back in. Don't leave it unattended when you're not with the vehicle. I've already rescued one up there where someone had gone out for the day, left theirs out, and by the time we got to it, it was upside down on the roof of their motorhome.
Oh, right.
So don't leave them out, they are susceptible to the wind. Obviously when you're with it, you can keep an eye on it, but if you're not there, obviously you can't see it starting to lift up, and if the wind does get underneath them, they will literally just fold double back onto your roof. Okay? There is pegs and things in there, so obviously you can peg it down to the floor to make it a bit more stable for you. And then obviously putting it away, again, just undo that, slide it up, and then just round, and push it back in.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that seems
Happy
alright.
with that?
Yes.
And then obviously it's just a nice easy winder back in.
It's alright, I'm not getting near it.
And then just wind it back in. Now if you've had it out and it's been raining, and say you're packing down and it's still raining, next time you do get a chance and it's dry, just get it out and let it dry out. You know, a bit like a tent, back in the good old days when we all used to go camping. It's as easy as that.
Okay.
Okay. Now that's about it for the outside. Obviously
Can I
last...
just ask a question?
Yeah.
You did order an inflatable awning, and they had to do something. Did they have to do something to the side of the motorhome, or was it just they needed the sizes of it?
I would not have a clue, to be perfectly honest.
Okay.
I know I've seen
they needed some detail.
your awning is here, I have seen that.
I thought you put it in something.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
I'll have to ask someone the
I
question
mean, where
on
does the
that.
awning actually secure? If it's a drive-away one, where does it actually secure itself onto the side?
That is a very good question.
Because I don't think they've done it. Looking at it.
It's supposed, isn't it supposed to, that's what that is. I think.
Yeah, that's certainly not a rail for your...
No.
Well, we'll ask the question. Sadly, I'm not up on my awnings. I can tell you everything how to use this, but when it comes to awnings and accessories, it's not my field of expertise as such. But by all means, by the end of it, I will go and ask the relevant people, and we'll let you know.
What's that there?
Fuel cap.
Oh, fuel
is
cap.
the last one. So obviously diesel, and it's the driver's key or the vehicle key which unlocks your fuel cap.
Okay.
Okay. And that's about it for the outside, unless you've got any other questions.
It's nice, isn't it?
Oh, beautiful.
It is nice.
Yeah. I'll be scared of someone scratching it there.
Are we going in now?
Well, that's why we didn't want anything any bigger.
Yeah.
I think that's a nice size, that
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, some of them are a bit too large. I was going to say for the video, we can put it on private, so only yourselves can look at it. So you won't be an internet sensation like me.
No, I don't want to be an internet sensation. Look at this. Telly's a bit Heath Robinson, isn't it?
So, first thing I'll show you, we'll start inside the cupboard here. So, down the bottom there, that's your manuals for everything and anything inside the vehicle. So your vehicle manuals and everything are inside there, as well as all the handbooks and everything to do with your van inside there. So if you can't sleep at night, there's a good 2 years worth of reading in there, I think, to knock yourselves out. And then the bits that are just at the back side here, they're the extra bits that come with your awning as such. That's for the awning that's attached.
Okay, when you say the extra bits...
So it's things like the pegs and things, and then even I'm not sure what they are. I think what that is you can screw that on so you can clip the handle up somewhere. But But obviously with an expensive motorhome, the last thing you want to be doing is screwing anything into anything. Okay. Then, in the back here is your consumer unit. So this is your main powerhouse for the motorhome itself. So, on the end here is your system shutdown. What that does is isolate all the 12-volt system just for the living quarters. But obviously with you storing it here,